Do you know where I think the most civilised queues on earth are to be found? And I think this will surprise some of you. The barber shop. Barbershops. Not only the best queuing, also the best close harmonies. Wonderful places. And by the way, I do mean a barber's, I do not mean a hairdresser's. There is a very big difference. I can see it in my own household when it comes to the hair-cutting regimes. Mrs. Gorman, when she wants to have her hair cut, it needs an appointment. It needs half a day of her life. She might have to raise a small mortgage to make this happen. Could some of you at least look like that's making sense? Because otherwise, that's a really weird way of discovering that Mrs. G is having an affair. That is making sense, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. It's just, you all understand what it, it's just, you have to pack your hairdressing negligee and off you go. We're on the same page. We're on the same page, right? We're on... Good, OK, fine. And incidentally, I'm kind of a new man. I am sort of switched on. I do recognise when Mrs. Gorman has had her hair cut. I'm not an idiot. It's easy, really. She's sobbing and wearing a hat. There are clues. This is the price list. I just plucked at random from the internet for a hairdresser's. And this is what a price list looks like at a barber's. Very different things. My favourite part of that, of course, haircuts. I don't know what a haircut is. I mean, I know what a massage is, but I've no idea what a haircut is. The only thing I know is it's not a haircut. But it's cheap. I'll give it a go. Look at the bewildering array of different prices available here at this hair salon. It all depends on who is cutting your hair. Prices go up with the seniority of the stylist. You can have a graduate stylist at the cheapest end of things. You can move up to a junior stylist, then a senior stylist, then an executive stylist. And if you really want to push the boat out, you can have an art director. An art director! I wouldn't have my hair cut by an art director. They've probably just got home from the movie set where they were sorting out props. How do I know they know how to cut hair? This is a gents salon. This is one that does do men's hairstyling. Look at the language that's being used here. You can have a creative stylist or an artistic stylist. When is someone artistic but not creative? When I was at school, the kids who were artistic but not creative were just good at colouring in and stuff. Let's just look at one particular service they offer, the wash, cut and finish. And incidentally, I only know what two of those things are. I genuinely don't know what finish is. How do you cut someone's hair and not finish? That's a never-ending haircut. That makes no sense at all to me. I know what a wash is. I can do that for myself. I know what a cut is. I can't do that to myself. That's why I go to a barber's. I go to someone who can do the one thing I can't do. Don't understand. They're genuine. And incidentally, if you're at home thinking, oh, I'll tell him, don't. I'm enjoying my ignorance. It's fine. I like not knowing what a finish is. Makes no... I mean, if it was a massage, I'd know what a finish was, but... If you want to have the wash, cut and whatever a finish is, if you want to get it for either creative stylist, that will cost you £26.50. But if you want to go to director stylist, £27. Can you perceive a 50p difference in hair-cutting ability? This is like going to a cafe and saying, I'll have 2 egg and chips, please. And someone saying, yes, certainly, sir, that'll be £4.50. Or £5 if you'd like an old woman to cook it. Makes no sense whatsoever. This is why I go to a barber's. A proper barber's that does haircuts for £7. That's the kind of place I go to, genuinely. This is the kind of place I like. And this is where perfect queuing occurs. Perfect queuing. It is amazing. Let me set the scene for you, because a lot of people won't have been into a proper barber shop. They'd have a counter like that, maybe a barber's chair like that. There might be a mirror in front of that chair. Obviously, might be 2 or 3 different stations at a regular barber's. Now, you'd be a sofa. It'd be the kind of sofa that has been rejected by your local minicab office. But it's still good for a barber's. That is absolutely OK. And then there'll be a ragtag assembly of different plastic chairs that shouldn't have ever met in life, but they've met in a barber's. There'll be a coffee table, and the coffee table will be decorated with a few lad mags and maybe a Daily Mirror, but never that day's Daily Mirror. Always at least 3 days old, possibly 3 months old. That's the limit on the Daily Mirrors available in a barbershop. And if this is the barbershop we're talking about, maybe you're entering the shop down here. And you don't have to sit in the nearest chair and then process your way from chair to chair until you get into the magic chair where the hairdressing will actually occur. There is no physical form to the queue in a barbershop. In a barbershop, the queue happens in our heads and nowhere else, and everyone knows their place. And at some point, one of the barbers will finish cutting someone's hair, and he will turn his chair round, and he will say, "Who is next?" And the person who is next will say, "I am next," and they will take their seat. That is perfect queuing. That is perfect first come, first served civility. That is how life should be. There is one bad thing that can happen to you in the queue at a barber's. In any other queue, it would be considered a very, very good thing. The bad thing that can happen is this. You're second. You're aware that you've moved up to second. And the barber spins his chair around and says, "Who's next?" And the person who is first goes, "Nah, it's all right, I'll wait." And now, you are first. But you're first at the same time as you have just been bestowed with the knowledge that that particular barber is shit. Because there is no other reason why a man would look up and see him and think, "No, I'm not doing that." Imagine if this was anything else. Imagine if you were in a hospital and it was now somebody else's turn to have their appendix out. And he went, "No, I'll let you go. It's all right." You wouldn't bloody touch it with a barge pole, would you? But you can't turn the barber down. No barber can be denied twice. If it happens, he is taken out and shot. You have that on your conscience. So you have to step forward and sit in the chair and have your hair cut by someone that you don't trust. And if this ever happens to you, this is known as being barlowed. You've just been barlowed if that happens to you. The reason for that is this is a society peer pressuring you into having a haircut that you're not comfortable with, while everyone else laughs at you behind your back.